Hurdy-gurdy-gurdy in the windy boxies. Hoo-ha! Giat Laldi, the enigmatic Himalayan towers, China's ancient star-shaped mysteries, rising dramatically against the rugged landscape of the Himalayas. The mysterious stone towers of southwestern China stands as silent sentinels of a forgotten past. And these remarkable structures are known as Himalayan towers or stone star-shaped towers. These sensational towers have an unknown origin, an uncertain age, and an enigmatic purpose. And they are found scattered all across the Tibetan Autonomous Region and the Sichuan province. These architectural marvels represent one of Asia's most intriguing historical puzzles. Wait till you hear this. The Himalayan towers. These are monumental structures that reach staggering heights of up to 80 metres tall, with some specimens towering even higher. The construction of these marvels showcases remarkable engineering prowess, utilising a combination of cut stone, brick, timber and minimal mortar. What makes these towers particularly distinctive are their varied shapes. While some are simple square or polygonal structures, others features elaborate star-shaped designs with anywhere from 5 to 13 points. The star-shaped configuration appears to have served a practical purpose beyond aesthetics. According to local accounts and researchers like Frederic d'Aragon, these designs may have provided superior earthquake resistance. This theory gains credence from the observation that in earthquake-prone areas like Kong Po, the only surviving towers are these star-shaped Himalayan towers. The builders of these monuments interspersed wooden beams between the stone layers and has created a flexible structure capable of absorbing seismic shocks, a technique unique to the region that has allowed these towers to withstand centuries of tectonic activity. The most perplexing aspect of the Himalayan towers is the complete absence of definitive information about their builders and their original purpose. Even local residents living in the shadow of these structures for generations now possess no collective memory or oral tradition explaining their existence. French explorer Frederic d'Aragon, who brought international attention to the towers in 1998, found that the monastery documents spanning centuries contained no references at all to these towers, and Chinese historical records offered only fleeting mentions. Several factors contribute to this historical amnesia. The region's extreme geographic fragmentation, with isolated valleys where residents couldn't even understand each other's dialects, likely led to the loss of oral traditions over time. And the area's turbulent history of shifting tribal dominions and the absence of written records among local populations have erased the tower's cultural context. As Frederic d'Aragon notes, knowledge that was once passed down orally may have disappeared as dialects evolved or vanished completely. Determining the age of the Himalayan towers have been a significant challenge for researchers over the years. Estimates vary widely, with scholars initially proposing they were built between the years 200 and the year 1400. However, Frederic d'Aragon's groundbreaking work involving radiocarbon dating of wooden beams from the 32 towers provided more precise data. Her research revealed that most of the towers were constructed between 600 and 1000 years ago, during a period when the region flourished through trade with Mongol-ruled China. One exceptional case in Kong Po in Tibet yielded even older results dating back to 1200 years ago. This predates the Mongolian invasion of Tibet in 1240. These findings suggest the towers were built over several centuries, possibly serving different functions across various periods and locations. The dating method, however, isn't without limitations. Builders might have used already ancient wood, and this potentially makes some structures younger than their materials would suggest. In the absence of definitive historical records, scholars have proposed multiple theories about why these impressive structures were built. Many towers stand in prosperous villages, suggesting that they have demonstrated a family's wealth and prestige, particularly during periods of profitable trade with the Mongols. Their imposing height and intricate designs would have made powerful statements about social standing. Some towers feature entrances several stories above ground and occupy strategic positions along trade routes. This indicates possible use as watchtowers or forts. Their location often provide clear lines of sight between towers, supporting the signal tower theory. Over the years, Tibetan scholars have proposed that the towers might represent the DMU chord. This is a mythical connection between heaven and earth in Tibetan cosmology. Their verticality could symbolise spiritual ascent. The robust construction suggests some may have served as secure storage for valuable goods in this historically turbulent region. In areas like Danba, local legends connect the towers to an ancient eastern queendom, though evidence remains scant. Strangely, these monuments remained unknown to mainstream Chinese cultural experts until fairly recently. The towers gained international attention when listed on the World Monuments Fund's 2006 watch list of endangered sites. And it was this recognition that spurred conservation efforts for structures that had suffered from vandalism, neglect, and the ravages of time. Many of the towers have lost their roofs, and this has allowed rainwater to seep in and destabilise some of the foundations. Frederic d'Aragon has been instrumental in advocating for the tower's preservation, pushing for UNESCO World Heritage status to secure funding and protection. This designation could not only safeguard these historical treasures, but also boost local economies through responsible tourism. However, d'Aragon cautions against hasty commercialisation, noting that some restoration attempts have been disastrous, with crumbling upper sections simply lopped off rather than properly repaired. The Himalayan towers stand today as magnificent enigmas. Their unknown origins, their disputed age and uncertain purpose possibly points to a loss of civilization. As modern scholars work to unravel these mysteries, the towers remind us of how much human history remains unwritten, preserved only in stone and oral fragments. Perhaps the most remarkable aspect of these structures is their endurance, not just physically, having withstood centuries of earthquakes and weathering, but culturally, maintaining their silent presence despite the loss of knowledge about their creation. As efforts continue to study and preserve these monuments, we can only hope that future discoveries will shed more light on these extraordinary monuments to human ingenuity in one of the world's most remote locations. But until then, they remain one of Asia's most fascinating historical puzzles, their secrets locked within star-shaped walls that have watched over the Himalayas for over a millennium. But what do you guys think about this? Also, breaking news from the European Space Agency. The European Space Agency has identified another asteroid as a potential collision risk for planet Earth, and they placed it in the top 3 hazards for the planet. Asteroid is known as 2025 FA22. It is 656 feet or 200 metres in diameter, and that is as tall as the Gherkin in London or New York's Trump Tower. And this asteroid will approach planet Earth on September the 19th in the year 2089. The asteroid was found by the Panoramic Survey Telescope and Rapid Response System 2, known as Pan-STARRS 2, and this is in Hawaii. It was discovered on March the 29th and has been assigned a rating of above -3 on the Palermo scale. The Palermo Technical Impact Hazard Scale is used by astronomers to assess the risk of an asteroid or comet impacting planet Earth, and it combines both the probability of impact and the potential energy of the impact to provide a single risk score. The asteroid FA22 will make a close pass on September the 18th, 2025, before returning in the year 2089. After the close pass, scientists will have a better idea of the asteroid's makeup and trajectory. The asteroid that everyone should be worried about is the asteroid named Apophis, officially designated 99942 Apophis, and this asteroid is due to pass very close to our planet on April the 13th, 2029, when it will come within 18,000 miles or less of our planet's surface. Isn't that astonishing? Asteroid Apophis, if it hit our planet, it is 1,100 feet in diameter, which is 340 metres. This asteroid is large enough to cause major regional damage if it were to hit our planet. Anyway, just squeezing that wee bit of information in there for anybody still watching. What do you guys think about the Himalayan towers? The star-shaped towers of China? Comments below. And as always guys, thank you for watching.